In this video, we are going to discuss about how to connect a DC motor to Arduino board. So let us explore first what are the components required. The components required are Arduino board, PNP transistor, then a resistor, 220 ohm resistor, then a diode, and here is where the DC motor. Now let us explore the connection of these devices. Let us place the transistor here. We'll change the orientation of the resistor to fix it in the breadboard. So the resistor, there are three pins in the transistor. One is the emitter, base, and the collector. So connect the resistor to the base of the transistor. The other end of this resistor will be connecting to the 9th pin of the Arduino. So we'll do that connection. We can connect it to any of the digital pins of the Arduino board. And then the emitter of the transistor will connect it to the ground. Let us make this as a black. This is a ground wire. And the collector part, we are going to connect it to the motor using the diode. Let's change the orientation of the diode and connect the diode to the collector part of the transistor. So one end of the diode, let's also change the orientation of the DC motor. Let's move the DC motor here. So the collector part of the collector part of the motor, the collector part, we will connect it to the terminal 2 of the motor. And then this part we will be connecting to the power supply of the Arduino. So let us name all the power supply wires as red. So now we have completed connecting the Arduino with that of the motor. So I'll repeat again the connection. This is the transistor. So the first part, first line, that is the emitter line, we are going to connect it to the ground. And the second one, base, through a resistor, we are connecting it to the 9th pin. Then the cathode, the collector, we are going to just connect it to the one end of the cathode. The collector, we are going to connect it to the red part. And then the diode, okay, and the other end of the diode, we are going to connect it to the power supply. Now we'll give the power supply and the ground from the board. We'll take the ground. So connect the ground. And then ground, let's have it as black. And then the 5 volts power supply. So power supply, we'll have it as red. Okay, so the entire complete circuit connection is done. Now we'll explore how to code this. We'll go to the text-based coding. Here, we'll say int I equal to 0. We'll initialize the variable int I equal to 0. Then here we say that pin mode 9, output. We are connecting it to the 9th pin, so 9, output. So using this, we are going to rotate the motor in the clockwise direction as well as in the anti-clockwise direction. So I say for I equal to 0, I less than or equal to 255, and increase that steps in 5. Okay, I plus equal to 5, open braces. Then we say analog right of 9 comma I. All right, so the first for loop is done. So to rotate the motor in the opposite direction, we say I equal to 255 and I greater than or equal to 0, I minus equal to 5. So this is the reverse part of the loop. Then here I say analog right of 9 comma I. So close it. So the coding part is done. Now we will explore the output, how the motor rotates. So we'll start the simulation. So now you could see that the motor rotates. Yes, the motor rotates in the clockwise direction and then it stops to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. So this is how you connect a DC motor to the Arduino board.